Hi guys. So this thing played out quite nicely yesterday. Um, like I said, I think we were gonna get this bounce and then possibly push down again. So I just want to look at where this thing could possibly go. Let's just go over what I explained here yesterday, the confluences, right? So it was based off this trend line of support, right? This sorry, this anchored VWAP held nicely there on the support. You see, this is how you add your confluences up, right? If you look to the left, I had this resistance level thrown out where there was resistance, resistance, broke resistance, tested as support, and then yeah, as support, right? For me, that wasn't quite enough yet. I mean, yes, I didn't enter right there. What I waited for was the break of this trend line, yeah, right. I'll look at it on this chart here. Yeah, see, this is the regular chart, this is the logarithmic chart, that's why it looks a bit confusing here. But this break here, support, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance on this break. Now we hit now this resistance level here. Previous support. Let me just stay on this chart for now. You see, support, support, resistance. So what I want to look at now is if it does pull back now, right? How far? Because it might want to push into this area and only drop now like next week or something. So let me just go over what I'm looking at now. It's this pattern here. Let me just go to a larger time frame just to give you guys a better idea. Is this fall, bottom, neckline, bottom, breaks that neckline, double bottom on this neckline here, right? On this trend line. So that is now broken. Now what I'm looking at is a potential against this resistance, and this resistance, right? Now it could just go from where it is now. It's very tricky. But if it does have a pullback to this area, to this previous resistance, test as support, then maybe there's a possibility of an entry to buy. Remember, this isn't financial advice. This is just strictly educational. Let me go to the smaller time frame. So if I put an anchored VWAP at this low as well, before it went up there. So I want to look at this area over here. See, there's a possibility for something, but it's like quite overbought now. This could be like a fake out, bull fake. Have everyone think it's going up now, then it falls. Who knows? But I think this over here, this area could be looked at for a potential confluences. If this comes down, the oscillators, right? Maybe we then push into this area before we now actually get the drop. It's possible. Remember, guys, I can't tell the future. I'm just reading the price action as best I can. right? So we have this double bottom formation, neckline broken, but if we now look at the Fibonacci, right, and we place it on this low to this high, pull back into the golden pocket, continued upward, hit extension 1 and extension 2. So what could happen if we don't get a pullback, right, which is why I say it's too risky, and if it does do that, like just stay here, hover here above this area of resistance where this could just hover and then push up, right? But it's tricky to say, should you enter there. I would say I'm gonna wait for these things to get oversold again and then see if, but maybe this thing just wants to go. You understand what I'm saying? But right now it's against this previous support, now resistance. So it could potentially, let me actually just take this away quickly. Don't have so many lines on the chart. Right, so just take this one away. When I look at this resistance over here, this peak resistance, this peak resistance, right? Then we have our main counter trend line. Resistance, right? And then this extension point of this Fibonacci. So it could, I see the potential of this thing maybe wanting to push into this area, and then we get a bigger fall. So I'm going, me myself personally, I'm gonna try and see what I can see if it gives us a pullback to here, right, before it continues up. But there is a possibility of it hovering, and just try to push that. But who knows? Let's see. Back down to the bottom of the channel over here, around that date, because what Jerome Powell said yesterday is, they could start with the easing or the slowing down of the rate hikes now, this meeting in December. That's most likely why this thing rallied the way it did yesterday. But they're not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? So I think maybe we make an effort to there, but it would be safest to try and wait for this pullback. You have support and then see. But like I say, I could just try to push it, get it done with, and then drop. Where is this? You guys can see this S&P 500. Is right here under this resistance level. If it breaks, see, just bounce off that trend line. So it could break and then continue, who knows. But we'll see what happens if it hits this level, falls, breaks. We then could have something uglier. We'll see. It didn't make it down to the bottom here. What could also happen is it maybe continuing to break and then Sure, that's next year sometime. Nah, man. Come back here. Something like that, maybe. We'll see. So, yeah, I just thought I'll quickly go over these charts that what I showed you guys yesterday played out pretty well. So, let's see if there's potentially something to add. Down here. If I put it there, it might not even. Damn. Let's peek here. We'll see. Alright, guys. Use this information how you want. Also, guys, another thing, if you guys are looking to fast track or accelerate your progress, man, I would say a prop firm instead of these brokers is the best way to go. I have a link in my description to the prop firm I use. I've tried several, never had any issues with FTMO, man. So use it, don't use it, but I would suggest you use it. You know, you get $100,000 accounts, $200,000 accounts. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I've attached the link in the bio, down in the description. Alright, guys, so let's see. Do we hover, last push, or do we first get a pullback, then a last push? We'll see.